Thanks, Rita. Hello there, good evening. Welcome to Look North on the programme tonight. Police get more time to question a man on suspicion of murder after a dog attack in Wakefield. We'll be live at the scene. Also tonight, as they support each other, the survivors of abuse at a Yorkshire children's home call for a personal apology from the council responsible for their care.
Do you need any support? How can we help you now? You know, them that are in these positions today might not have been around when Scarecrow Lodge was open, and I totally understand. But it isn't ever too late to offer some support.
We visit a pet rehoming centre as figures reveal South and West Yorkshire are among the worst places in the country for animal cruelty. And you're never too old for a thrill. Meet Daredevil grandma wing walking at the age of 82.
And it's been a long time since we've seen a picture like this. Low cloud, mist and drizzle there in Haworth, and it does look quite an unsettled week. Join me for that week ahead forecast.
Hello there, I hope you've had a lovely weekend. Welcome to Monday's Look North. First on the programme tonight, police have been given more time to question a man on suspicion of murder following a fatal dog attack in West Yorkshire. The 55-year-old was arrested after an out-of-control dog bit a man of the same age in the Calder Grove area of Wakefield on Saturday. It followed a row on a footpath. Now, police said today 2 witnesses have now come forward. Our reporter Tom Ingle is at the scene with the latest. Tom, what more can you tell us?
Good evening, Amy. Tonight, police say their investigation is moving at pace. Let me show you where I am. I'm standing at the start of a footpath just off Blacker Lane, near where it meets Denby Dale Road. That's in the Calder Grove area of Wakefield. It's a fairly isolated spot. We haven't seen a soul all day, and obviously the footpath remains closed off with police tape stretching across it. However, it is not the only police activity in this immediate area, because 50 metres away, over the other side of Blacker Lane, is a house, and on and off during the day there has been a marked police car and officers there as well. To give you the background, police were called here at about 25 to 2 on Saturday afternoon to reports, in their words, of an altercation between 2 men, during which one of the men, aged 55, has been bitten by a German Shepherd dog. He's been taken to hospital but died several hours later. Another man, also 55, has been arrested on suspicion of murder and also of possessing a dog out of control in a public place. He remains in custody, and as you say, in an update this afternoon, police revealed they have been given extra time to question that man. They have also seized the dog believed to be involved in the incident. Police also say they were looking for 2 people who initially came by on Saturday afternoon, giving aid to the man who was injured. Now, those 2 people have come forward. Detectives say they're appreciating giving their account to help build that picture. They're also asking for other people to come forward and help them piece together exactly what happened here on Saturday afternoon.
Thanks for bringing us up to date, Tom. Next tonight, survivors who were abused at a children's home have told Look North it's shameful that they had no personal apologies and support from the council responsible for their care. In February, a jury concluded that 93-year-old Malcolm Phillips sexually abused children when he was the manager at Scarecrow Lodge in Halifax between 1976 and 1994. Now, a group of those who lived at the home have been supporting each other after meeting at the trial, but say Calderdale Council have not been in contact with them. They've been talking to our Home Affairs correspondent, Emma Glasby.
They lived in an abusive Yorkshire children's home, but years apart, decades later, they're supporting each other after the trauma.
It's amazing. It's amazing because we've all got similarities. We understand each other.
I now know there's people who understand. It's so nice to be able to freely talk to somebody and not feel ashamed of the story that you've carried for so long.
After being taken into care as children, they stayed at Scarecrow Lodge in Halifax. A jury found that the manager here, Malcolm Phillips, sexually abused children in the 1970s, 80s and 90s. But aged 93 and in poor health, he was given an absolute discharge after a trial of facts. The former residents met for the first time at court.
Finding the others, that was just wow. I thought I was the only one in Skircoat Lodge standing to. And the mother hen in me couldn't protect these when I found out, and that really upset me. And it's so nice to have them because they know, they understand.
Now, with the court case finally over, they're meeting to talk and exchange gifts.
I got these watches because time has put us through a lot. Time has put us through too much. Times we've been through.
Time to heal.
Time to heal.
Time to heal.
Yeah.
Angela was sexually abused at Skircoat in the 1970s and Karen and Kelly in the 1990s. Jez was not sexually abused but gave evidence at the trial. He was 5 when he was sent to the home and remembers children being taken from their beds in the night. Now they struggle with the memories and what they describe as a lack of accountability from Calderdale Council.
No personal apology. It's just been, put out there on social media.
Would a personal apology make a difference to you?
It would make a difference to me. Same again in writing as well, and not just from Calderdale Council, from the police as well, because obviously they was part of it as well, and I feel that be a weight lifted off my shoulder.
I've never heard from Calderdale Council, not once, not ever.
And would that make a difference to you?
If they could apologise, but I try. The apologies is 50 plus years late for me. There's been no accountability, has there? Here we are, all scarred.
I think they should be asking what support we need. Do you need any support? How can we help you now? Them that are in these positions today might not have been around when Skircoat Lodge was open, and I totally understand. But it isn't ever too late to offer some support.
It's shameful. Why have they thought it was okay to not come to us and say we might not have been working at the time, but as a council, we are just so sorry for what you've been through, and we will make sure things like this never happen again. But there's been nothing.
Bring it in, guys.
And this, the surprising and positive development to have come at the end of a gruelling and traumatic legal process. Emma Glasby, BBC Look North in Halifax.
Well, Emma joins us. She's been across the story from the beginning. Emma, Calderdale Council, what have they said in response to what the abuse survivors have said there?
Well, as you heard there, the survivors that we've spoken to had been hoping to receive a personal, individual apology, perhaps a personal letter, an offer of support. And in response to our story, Calderdale Council have reiterated that public apology made after the trial. In a statement to Look North, they have said, we would like to reiterate our sincere apology to all those who suffered abuse while in the council's care at Skircoat Lodge. They have also said it was never their intention to give the impression that their experiences were not being acknowledged. The council have said to us that they're committed to supporting those impacted by historic abuse, and they say that offer of support remains open to all former Skircoat Lodge residents. We have also spoken to West Yorkshire Police, and they have said they accept that opportunities were missed in the past to protect victims of child sexual abuse. They've said they've taken that learning and used it to develop better partnerships and better working practices.
There is still an ongoing police investigation into what happened at Skircoat Lodge. Where are we at with that?
Yeah, absolutely. That investigation is very much ongoing, and police are really encouraging anyone who may have suffered abuse to come forward and to speak to them. Look North has discovered that a total of 135 people have made claims against Calderdale Council over the years over alleged abuse at Skircoat Lodge. It seems that after many years of not really speaking about this, many more people are now talking about what happened at that children's home.
Emma, thank you. You are watching Monday's Look North, still to come on tonight's programme. The football season is back. York City are off to a winning start in League Two. We'll have our region's EFL highlights. But before that, let's take a look at some other stories that are coming into the newsroom today. A missing man whose body was found in Barnsley, prompting a murder investigation, has been named by police. The body of 62-year-old Stephen Grimer from Sheffield was found inside a property on George Street Bridge. Andrew Fowler, who's 62, from George Street, has been charged with Stephen's murder. A man has admitted murdering a Huddersfield mum after attacking her just days before Christmas last year. Lisa Smith suffered serious head injuries after the attack on a house in Fernside Avenue in Almondbury. She died in hospital on the 21st of December. Today in court, 34-year-old Gareth Brooke admitted murdering her. He'll be sentenced in due course. And tributes have been paid after the death of a 104-year-old World War II veteran from Bradford. Mirza Khan, seen here celebrating his birthday last year, served with the British Indian Army during the war. He signed up to the army at the age of 17 and went on to fight against the Japanese. His family say he died last Wednesday. Let's have a look now at some stories from around the region that are appearing on the BBC News app. A £13 million regeneration project in Dinnington High Street has been delayed again after new problems with the building were discovered. A new report shows a significant maintenance backlog at schools across North Yorkshire. And a Ukrainian student who fled the war to live in a village near Keighley has secured a place at a top university. And you can get more details on those stories and everything else that's happening in our region by downloading the BBC News app. Next tonight, South and West Yorkshire are among the top 10 worst counties in the country for animal cruelty. That's according to the RSPCA. New figures released by the animal welfare charity show a 64% annual increase nationally in cruelty reports during the summer. In one case, 2 male kittens were found dead in a pack carrier in a field in Rotherham. Phil Bodmer has been to the charity's rehoming centre in Sheffield, which is currently at full capacity for cats and dogs.
Hoping for a second chance at life, this cute little cat called Crystal is one of 40 felines looking for a loving home. The RSPCA centre in Sheffield is almost at capacity in terms of four-legged friends being accommodated over the summer months.
Right, so this is Autumn. She's a 1-year-old tortie. She's very loving. She loves a cuddle, loves to play, and she was abandoned. That's why she came into us. And yeah, she's looking for her home.
Despite a 6% drop in animal cruelty reports in South Yorkshire compared to last year, the Sheffield Centre has still seen a rise in the number of dogs and cats coming in.
So I may say she's a big goofy girl. So she's been in with us for 6 months. She's about 7 as well, and she's just a big softie, really.
RSPCA data shows South and West Yorkshire among the worst top 10 counties in England in terms of cruelty cases.
So I think a lot of it is like the rise of like vet costs and things like that as well, especially like with cost of living and things. So it's just the whole cost of owning an animal now, which is the main reasons, we think.
Well, this is Matthew. He's a 1-year-old lurcher. He's been with the centre for around 2 months now. He's one of around 20 dogs and 40 cats that are looking for a new home. And isn't he lovely? Hey.
The charity is running a Cruelty Hurts, Love Rescues campaign to highlight their work to save animals from abuse and suffering. Staff in Sheffield say it also serves as a reminder to owners of their responsibilities.
If people don't neuter the cats, you'll find that cats wander, but an unneutered male will go looking for unneutered females, and obviously they can breed and have multiple litters within a very short space of time, which then obviously adds to the more cat population.
Once they've been nursed back to health and happiness, the next step is to find a new owner and a new home. For Macy and others like her, it's to be loved and looked after for life. Phil Bodmer, BBC Look North, Sheffield.
Oh, there's certainly some cuties there, aren't they, in need of a home. Let's turn to football now. And York City have impressed, haven't they? First game back, Sal?
Yeah, very good debut, yeah. They are back, and football is back with Football League matches in full swing. And York City made a triumphant return to League Two after a 10-year absence with a 5-goal thriller at the LNER Community Stadium. With highlights from that game and more, here's Olivia Courtney-Ashton.
Success for 4 of our EFL teams over the weekend. 10 years later, and York City are back in the Football League after their dramatic promotion last season. In the second half, City scored in quick succession with goals from Alex Newby and summer signing Harry Boyes, with this goal being the first in his EFL career. Bristol Rovers equalised from a spot kick to make it 2-2. But Boyes got back on the score sheet with the final score ending 3-2 to the Minstermen.
It's fabulous, quite honestly. There's been a lot of years going to a lot of places, with all due respect to them, that we don't want to go to again. Throughout most of my life, York City has been a Football League club. In fact, they were in the second division, now the Championship, when I was very young. So that is the aim again, and hopefully we're on the right track at last.
Sheffield Wednesday were victorious in their League One return, beating Leyton Orient 2-1. Goals from Callum Slattery as well as a composed Jamal Lowe spot kick. And Barry Bannon should have added a third, but his shot pulled wide into the side of an empty net. Quick off the blocks were Huddersfield Town in their opening League One fixture of the season. Dutch winger and new summer signing Sanchez Fernandez opened the scoring in under 4 minutes. The possibly new Terriers star boy, Fernandez, curled in this sublime effort to double Town's lead. Serbia striker Bohan Radulovic timed his run well to give 10-man Huddersfield Town a 3-0 victory at the Aku. West Yorkshire neighbours Bradford City kicked off their League One campaign with a dominant performance over Peterborough United. In the first half, the Bantams just kept hitting the woodwork. Well, things changed as early in the second half, newly signed defender Macaulay Gillespie rose high to head home the opener. The seasoned Nick Powell rifled in City's second and final goal of the afternoon at Valley Parade. Olivia Courtney-Ashton, BBC Look North.
In Rugby League, Wakefield missed an opportunity to guarantee a place in the Super League playoffs as they were defeated by St Helens at home. But Huddersfield's mini revival continues as they moved off bottom place with a win over Toulouse. Sam Halsall scored twice to help the Giants to a 26-10 victory against Toulouse. It's a 4th win in a row for the Giants, who now sit above Bradford at the bottom of the table. Meanwhile, Castleford got their 3rd Super League away win of the season as they beat Hull FC by 18 points to 14, despite boss Ryan Carr remaining absent for personal reasons. Now, Yorkshire golfer Jack Whaley has become only the 2nd Englishman to win the US Amateur Championship in the last century. It gives the 22-year-old a place at the Masters, US Open and the Open at St Andrews. Whaley was the underdog against Leng Jr. in the final, but he fought back from 2 down with back-to-back birdies to win. The only other Englishman to triumph in the US Amateur in the last 100 years is fellow Yorkshireman Matt Fitzpatrick. And watching Whaley win back home were friends at Rotherham Golf Club.
We're blessed with quite a lot of good golfers at Rotherham, but Jack is genuinely the star amongst them. Honestly, bursting with pride. He's from a lovely family. His father, Andy, he comes to the golf club hell of a lot to support the team whilst Jack's away. It's just a fantastic achievement for a thoroughly nice family and a hard-working young man.
And in cricket, there was heartbreak for Sunrisers Leeds, who lost the women's 100 final to Trent Rockets by 8 wickets. The Sunrisers were bowled out for just 91, leaving the Rockets to reach their modest target with 46 balls to spare at Lord's. Disappointment then for Sunrisers Leeds after reaching the final in their first year under their new owner's rebrand. And that for now is your sport, Amy.
Thanks, Sal. We'll see you later in the week. Now, the work of our next guest has helped to save the lives of more than 30 people across Yorkshire. Brian Firth, a former first responder with the ambulance service, is the founder of Public Defibrillators UK. Now, the organisation is run by volunteers to install and maintain the devices. Sadly, Brian recently was diagnosed with cancer and he does want to continue leading the organisation, but needs help with fundraising. He told me earlier how it all got started.
I was astounded to find that in Yorkshire we had them in bus stations, railway stations and the airport, and that was it. So I stepped down as a first responder and launched Public Access Defibrillators UK to start fundraising and getting them out and about in the community.
And 13 years later, you've got hundreds of defibrillators, haven't you? Not just in Yorkshire, but across the country.
Yes.
And how many lives do you think you've saved?
Saved 35 lives to date.
Gosh, that's just incredible, Brian. Brian, we're really sorry to hear about your recent cancer diagnosis, but that's why you're here today, isn't it?
Yes.
How are you feeling?
In myself, I feel fine. Ironically, when they diagnosed it, it was classed as an incidental find, but I'm hoping that radiotherapy will start within the next couple of weeks, and fingers crossed, it will be successful.
You need a bit more support now, don't you, with the project, Brian? What can people do to help?
I think the biggest issue at the moment, looking forward over the next few months, is to ensure that we have sufficient funds in reserve to keep the defibrillators active and rescue ready. So it's going to be when pads need replacing, batteries need replacing, which is something we'd normally do throughout the year, but due to my personal circumstances, my ideal situation would now be to create a reserve of funds so that whilst I'm, shall we say, not quite as active with the group as I've been, the Guardians have funds to work on to make sure that they do stay rescue ready.
You've been nominated for a BBC Radio Leeds Make a Difference award for all the volunteering that you do. What does that mean to get all your work recognised?
Very satisfying. It's nice to know that people are aware of what we're doing. And to be realistic, although my project has been very successful, it is down to the team of volunteer defibrillator guardians that we have working with us.
Brian, thank you for coming in and we wish you all the best with your health.
Thank you.
He really has done some incredible work over the years as Brian, and if you think that you can help him with some fundraising expertise, then do get in touch with him. It's Public Defibrillators UK and you can contact them via their website. Finally tonight, I think this is going to be my favourite picture of the week. They call her Daredevil Grandma. Valerie Appleton from Ilkley is proving that age is certainly just a number. She's 82 and completed an aerobatic wing walk over the weekend. She'd already done 2 skydives, a zip wire and an abseil in her latest stunt to raise money to help repair Operatic House in Ilkley. Olivia Richwald has been to meet her.
This is Valerie Appleton from Ilkley, who likes to sing and perform as part of a musical theatre group. Today she's stepping onto the wing of a biplane to complete loop the loops and barrel rolls. And on Friday, she'll turn 83.
It's no good saying, oh, I'm 70 or I'm 80. I can't do that. Because you can. You can do anything if you try. And this is really what I try and instill in my grandchildren. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can still live your life to the full. Just keep going, take the challenge.
Val has already taken on a zip wire, 2 skydives and an abseil down Ellen Road. 3 years ago she did a basic wing walk, so this time she's signed up for the acrobatic version.
Well, the last thing Val said as she was clambering up the plane was, "I've had a lovely, long life." I don't think she was scared, but she is really brave, and I want to be like that when I'm 82.
I'm absolutely gobsmacked. In fact, I'm so emotional. I was crying when she was going up. I'm absolutely amazed. She's just a fabulous person. We all love her. Ilkley wouldn't be Ilkley without Val.
What do you think of Val?
She's crazy.
She's crazy.
She went round and round.
Would you like to do what she's just done?
Maybe.
Val has been raising money to repair and restore Operatic House in Ilkley, where her musical theatre group meets. Many of her fellow performers came to watch. The fundraising total has now reached more than £1,000.
It's incredible. It's so forceful. And when you're going over the top and the whole world turns upside down, it's just, yeah, do it. It's great, absolutely great. I've just said to him, what can I do next?
All challenges welcomed?
Yes, please, all challenges welcomed. Any offers?
And that's Val proving you're never over the hill, just winging it. Olivia Richwald, BBC Look North at East Leeds Airport.
I want to be like Valerie when I grow up. Isn't she absolutely fantastic?
She can't
she
be
looks
83.
so young as well.
Unbelievable.
Well, she's 82 actually, but she looks great, doesn't she?
OK. Enjoying the miserable weather?
No, I'm not actually.
No?
Bring back that sunshine,
We've gone
please.
from moaning about the heat to moaning about the drizzle
I
today.
never moaned once about that sunshine.
No, you didn't, to be fair. Right, let me show you a couple of pictures which unfortunately sums up today. That was York, taken this morning. And the next one's from Honley, looking out towards Huddersfield. Menacing-looking clouds there, but apparently they didn't produce any rain, but they certainly will do as we head through this evening and overnight. Keep your pictures coming in on X, Instagram and on the Weather Watcher website. So tomorrow doesn't look too bad, rather cloudy at times, some sunshine. I think there's a risk of a few showers, especially in the morning across the Pennines. Let me show you what's happening. Well, low pressure is dominating, and this feature here will certainly bring some heavy downpours Wednesday night into Thursday, and then during Friday we'll have a northerly breeze, so it's going to be quite cool. Maybe on Thursday afternoon, Friday afternoon, some spots around 17 degrees. And remember, last Thursday we were up to 36, so a great big difference on the way. Now we're watching the clouds streaming in now from the west. There's a weather front in there, and before long the patchy rain we've got at the moment will merge to give some longer outbreaks of rain and drizzle. There'll be some mist and fog over Trans-Pennine routes, and we'll see lowest temperatures are mild and humid, 15 or 16 degrees Celsius. So tomorrow's high water times then Scarborough 8:29, and again at just after 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. So I think there will be a lot of cloud, a bit of patchy rain and drizzle across the Pennines at first. That will clear to scattered showers. A lot of cloud here with some sunshine. I think eastern areas away from the Pennines, mostly dry and bright. And although there will be a lot of cloud at times, I'm hopeful there will be some sunshine coming through at times. Temperatures not far from average, 20, 21 degrees. There we are in Doncaster, 70 degrees Fahrenheit tomorrow evening. Again, a few showers in the west. It's mostly dry and bright further east. Wednesday then, fine with some sunshine at first, risk of a few showers later, cool and unsettled Thursday and Friday, but the fine weather returns at the weekend. That's the forecast.
Is it returning then? It's not the end of summer?
No, but it's obviously much cooler.
Yeah, wore a jacket today, did not like that.
Did you?
I did, it was cold. That is it from us. I'll be here with the late news at 10:30. Hope you'll join me then. Bye-bye for now.